If you're planning to buy a drone in 2025, don't do it until you've seen this list. Seriously. From sleek ultralights built for travel to pro-tier flying cameras that shoot footage worthy of the big screen, we've ranked the top 5 drones you can buy right now. Each one on this list brings something, whether it's cinematic quality, extended flight time, advanced obstacle sensing, or just unbeatable value for your money. But our number 1 pick beats the rest. It's got the kind of features you'd normally only find in 5,000 plus camera gear, and it folds up small enough to take anywhere. Stick around to see which one earned the top spot, and if you want to check out any of these drones further, all the links are waiting for you down in the description. Alright, let's kick things off with number 5, the Autel EVO Lite Plus, and this one's sitting pretty at $1,149 to $1,199. Now, I know what you're thinking. Autel who? Most people just automatically think DJI when they're shopping for drones. But Autel has been quietly building some seriously impressive aircraft that honestly deserve way more attention than they get. And what immediately stands out about the EVO Lite Plus is that massive 1-inch CMOS sensor. We're talking about the same sensor size you'd find in those high-end compact cameras that cost thousands of dollars. The 20-megapixel sensor captures incredible detail, and there's this adjustable aperture ranging from f2.8 all the way to f11. That's the kind of control you'd expect from a professional camera, not a drone. Most drones give you a fixed aperture and tell you to deal with it, but not this one. Now let's talk about video quality, because this is where the EVO Lite Plus really flexes. We're looking at 6K video recording at 30 frames per second. That's beyond your standard 4K resolution, which means you're getting incredible detail that'll future-proof your content. Plus, it shoots 4K at 60 frames per second and even does 120 frames per second slow motion at 1080p. With all that power comes a battery life that claims up to 40 minutes of flight time. But in real-world conditions, users consistently get around 35 minutes of actual flying time. That's seriously impressive, and honestly beats a lot of competitors in this price range. The drone feels robust too, handles wind way better than those lighter alternatives, which means you can actually rely on it when the weather gets a bit sketchy. The 3-axis gimbal keeps everything smooth, and there are obstacle sensors covering forward, rear, and downward directions. Sure, it's not the full omnidirectional sensing you get with some other drones, but for most flying scenarios, it's more than adequate. Moving on to number 4, we've got something completely different, the DJI Avata 2, starting at $999. This one is designed specifically for first-person view flying. And let me tell you, it offers an entirely different experience that literally puts you in the pilot's seat. So here's the deal with FPV flying. Traditionally, it's been this exclusive club of experienced pilots who build their own racing drones and spend hundreds of hours learning to fly without any assistance. No GPS, no obstacle avoidance, just pure skill and quick reflexes. DJI completely changed that game by creating an FPV drone that beginners can actually fly safely while still getting that incredible rush of immersive flight. The Avata 2 got a complete redesign from its predecessor, and you can immediately see the differences. The new airframe is longer, flatter, and way more aerodynamic. This translates to longer flight times. We're talking up to 23 minutes, and it's noticeably quieter than the original. At 377 grams, it's substantially lighter than traditional camera drones, but still maintains the durability you need for more aggressive flying. The 12-megapixel camera might seem modest compared to other drones on this list, but it's specifically optimized for the FPV experience. That 155-degree field of view creates this incredibly immersive perspective that genuinely makes you feel like you're flying. The camera shoots 4K at 60 frames per second with 10-bit D-Log-M color profiles. So if you're doing professional work, you've got the quality you need. The secret up this drone sleeve is its control options. The included DJI Motion Controller 3 lets complete beginners fly using intuitive hand movements. Tilt your hand forward, drone goes forward. Turn your wrist, drone turns. It sounds gimmicky, but it's remarkably intuitive and gives you precise control even in tight indoor spaces. But for experienced pilots, there's the optional DJI Remote Controller 3 that unlocks manual mode. This is where all flight assistance gets disabled, and you have complete control over the aircraft. Loops, rolls, high-speed maneuvers. This is where the Avata 2 transforms from a beginner-friendly drone into a capable FPV machine. There's also this new Easy Acro mode that bridges the gap between assisted and manual flight. Beginners can perform flips and rolls at the push of a button, making aerobatic flight accessible to pilots who aren't ready for full manual control but want to experience more dynamic flying. Now, to be completely honest with you, it's not the best choice for traditional aerial photography, but for creative videography and that immersive flying experience, nothing else comes close. Coming in at number 3 is the DJI Mini 4 Pro at $1,159. And this little beast represents something pretty special. It's basically the pinnacle of what's possible when you keep a drone under 250 grams. But why does that 250-gram limit matter so much? Well, it's all about regulations. At under 249 grams, this drone falls below the threshold that requires registration in most countries, including the United States. That means if you're flying recreationally, you can skip the paperwork, the waiting periods, and a bunch of additional regulations. For travel photographers and casual users, this regulatory freedom is absolutely huge. Despite being so tiny, the Mini 4 Pro doesn't compromise on camera quality. That 1.13-inch CMOS sensor captures 48 megapixel photos and 4K video at up to 100 frames per second. We're also getting advanced color profiles including D-Log M10-bit and HLG, which gives professional colorists the flexibility they need for high-end work. The obstacle detection system is honestly remarkable for such a small aircraft. There are sensors covering forward, backward, lateral, upward, and downward directions. The APAS 5.0 system intelligently navigates around obstacles, and having this level of safety technology in such a compact package was literally unimaginable just a few years ago. Also, the Mini 4 Pro includes advanced features you'd typically find on much larger, more expensive drones. Active Track 360 provides sophisticated subject tracking, automatically planning flight paths and executing complex camera movements like circles and helixes. This works exceptionally well for solo creators who need dynamic footage without juggling multiple devices. And one detail I find really valuable is that this little thing can actually rotate its camera and record natively in vertical orientation, perfect for social media content. This eliminates the need for cropping in post-production and ensures you're getting maximum resolution for platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Taking second place is the DJI Air 3S at $1,099. And this drone represents what you could call the sweet spot between portability and professional capability. This drone is built for serious travelers, photographers, and content creators who want versatility without dragging around a bulky flagship model. It just fits that do-it-all category really well. The standout feature here is the dual camera system. You get a main 1-inch sensor that shoots crisp 50-megapixel stills and silky 4K video at 120 frames per second. But what really adds value is the secondary telephoto camera. It gives you 3 times optical zoom, like having a 70mm lens on board. That's a big deal if you're shooting wildlife, architecture, or just want tighter framing without flying closer. Another thing that sets the Air 3S apart is the LiDAR-assisted obstacle detection. Unlike standard vision-based systems that can get confused in low light, LiDAR gives you consistent, accurate readings even at dusk or in shady areas. That's huge for flying safely in unfamiliar terrain. Now, battery life. This one doesn't disappoint. DJI claims 45 minutes. And in real-world use, you're realistically getting around 35 to 40, which is still plenty. The smart battery system even gives you accurate estimates mid-flight, so you're not stuck guessing how much time you've got left. That makes a big difference, especially when you're trying to line up that one perfect shot. Build-wise, the Air 3S is solid. It handles wind surprisingly well, up to 12 meters per second, so you're not grounded every time the breeze picks up. That kind of reliability matters, especially if you're traveling and don't get a second chance to capture the moment. It also comes with omnidirectional obstacle sensing that works even in low light, which just adds another layer of confidence. And features like panorama mode are built right in. No need to mess with post-processing software to stitch your shots later. And the range? Massive. The new O4 transmission system gives you up to 20 kilometers under ideal conditions. And even if you're not flying that far, the live feed stays sharp and smooth the whole time. But more than anything, what really earns the Air 3S its spot on this list is how seamlessly it lets you switch perspectives. Wide shots, tight zooms, no need to land, no battery swaps, no repositioning. Just fly and shoot. That kind of creative freedom is rare in a drone this portable. Finally, in the top spot, we've got the DJI Mavic 3 Pro, coming in at $2,950. This is as close as it gets to a professional cinema rig that still folds up and fits in a backpack. The headline feature is that triple camera system. You've got a main Hasselblad camera with a huge 4x3 sensor, same size you'd find in high-end mirrorless cameras. It shoots gorgeous 5.1K video and 20 megapixel stills with rich color and dynamic range that barely need tweaking in post. Then you've got two telephoto cameras, one at 3x and another at 7x zoom. The mid-tele lens is basically the same sensor as the Air 3S's main camera, so you're not sacrificing image quality when you punch in. The 7x lens isn't as large, but recent updates added 10-bit color modes that seriously improved its performance. You also get up to 43 minutes of flight time, around 30 to 35 in real use, omnidirectional obstacle sensing with smart rerouting, and rock-solid signal transmission up to 15 kilometers with O3 Plus tech. And what really seals it is how stable and smooth the footage is, thanks to its mechanical gimbal and premium build. It flies like a dream, even in less than ideal weather. So, if you're a serious creator who wants pro-level image quality, multiple lenses, and reliability in the field, the Mavic 3 Pro is the one to beat. That's our list of the top 5 best drones for 2025. Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out all the product links in the description below.